What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. So we're on the back of one of the most successful outings we've had in physique sport at the NBA VIX. So we did an unpack of that. We did a training update. We talked about a couple other things with training and stuff. And it was real inside sports on the day for all of our athletes and what we're looking for into the next preps that they have for them. Some of them are doing nationals. And then I just shared some lessons that really spoke out to me for the last season, which might be good for some of you who are thinking about maybe pursuing physique sport in the future. So get into the episode. Before that, if you are a repeat listener and you haven't hit that like, share, or follow button, now's your time to do it. If you're new, you're going to love the episode. By the end of it, just hit the like, share, or follow button because we know the episode's an absolute banger. All right, let's get to the episode. I really need my notes now.
We're at that stage.
Fuck, man.
No laptop, no podcast.
No laptop, no to-do list. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's memory is at an all-time low. I can't even remember what I'm looking for. Here we go.
What's the name of that?
Yeah. We're good. Jesus.
I did my standard Google Drive bullshitness last week. So I called my podcast episode template. I put it in the podcast folder, but I just called it template. So that when I tried to search it this morning,
it's a bad fucking move, bro.
I don't know where that is.
It's a bad
I don't know
move.
what it's called. I don't know anything.
Template.
I'm like, must be in the folder.
Because there's nothing else called template.
No, there's not a million fucking templates in our Google Drive.
I hate searching
So
for shit.
funny.
I would love to just pay someone who has my brain so they could decide for me and
start
just
again.
And just cull that whole Google Drive.
Yeah, fuck.
It's like, I assume it's like a scenario where, when something's so cooked, you just can't fix it.
Just set it on fire.
So you just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the plumbing in New York City.
Yeah.
Like all the houses just have like, some of them have like small pipes, some have big.
Yeah.
So they're just like, it's too far gone.
It's too expensive to fix.
or like why they're still using like pounds and, it was like imperial or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like, it's too cooked to fix.
Yeah.
So we'll just
There's
do
350 million
Us
people
and two
a
other
lot of
third world
roads.
countries will use this system.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our
And
Google
we'll
Drive.
just tell our people that everyone else is wrong and it'll be
We'll
fine.
just gaslight the world. No, it's not us, it's you. Oh, how's your week been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's
Busy.
been good about it?
Just like productive.
Oh, yeah? I'd love
Yeah.
that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been I've had a couple of weeks just like treading water. I felt like this week I've actually
Like work,
done some
training?
shit, just work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And how's your week training going?
Training's good. I feel fucking enormous.
That's a good
Which is
feeling.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel strong?
I don't know. My joints hurt, so everything's high rep. It's like I'm just like
What kind of joints are hurting? All of them?
pretty much. No,
Yeah.
just
Do you ever
my
feel like
just
that?
my elbow, just my hip, just my shoulder.
Yeah, okay.
Just rotates throughout the week. What's sore?
Yeah, fair. Do you feel like that's normal?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, like, I mean, sometimes my joints hurt, but they don't hurt like that.
Well, my elbows only hurt after push day,
Oh, cool.
which is fine.
Yeah, that's a great indication that everything's going
I
well.
need to change my push session. I have
Are you-
dips first.
Are you like making yourself do movements that you probably shouldn't, or you're not willing to put the work into?
I think my preparation is
That's what I mean. Yeah.
limited. Yeah.
So you got to consider the exercises
Yeah.
due to that.
Yeah, so I, for almost a year, was doing pec flies first for my push day.
How was that?
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
But I moved to dips with the idea of like, get the scaps moving up and down and all that kind of stuff.
Still pretty tough though, like, because you're going to move a weight that's not.
Well, now I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got the 10 kilo belt on and it's like,
You're
still
also
doing
probably like
12s,
5 kilos heavier.
and, yeah, almost 90. So I'm like, I'm going to have to
Yeah.
do the switcheroo back to that.
Dips are a good exercise, but they're fucking savage at the same time.
Yeah.
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 When you're strong.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the assisted machine, it's like, wee.
Yeah, I find I don't know how much I buy into the pre-fatigue thing because obviously my front delts are quite dominant. I'm very conscious when I do dips to try and feel my chest, but I feel like I still pre-fatigue my front delts well. So when I train, when I move on to the rest of the workout, I seem to not use my delts as much because they're fucked.
Yeah. Maybe you get you get a good feeling in your chest beforehand.
Yeah, something's happening.
Yeah,
that's good.
No, I get it.
I'm not doing enough. Like I probably need to do like 2 sets of 20 tricep warm up kind of vibe before I get into dips.
Yeah. Sounds like you need to rejig the program.
Yeah, it just needs a little tweak. Which is usually it's like do it for 16 weeks and something hurts and change it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, but my hips are coming good, so that's nice. Started to load my split squats, which is fun.
Yep. Yeah, we did split squats for like 3 weeks, and I was like, nah.
I hate these. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was partly because I don't like putting my foot on the bench. And then like we tried using the decline ab bench thing, but it was too high.
Yeah.
So then we were trying to like get a weight, and then I was like, fuck man, like I'm not loading this. Like this is I'm just fighting myself. So I was like, fuck it. So
you're doing like single leg split squat thing on the machine.
Well, we moved to that. So we've done a single leg variant every workout, every leg session.
Yeah.
But it was, we were like, we'll try and add in something that's like free weighted so that we have that like kind of stability component. But then I was like, man, I'm fucking
like a person.
Just fighting that more, like too much.
So I've accepted that it's going to be 12 weeks before it's useful.
Yeah. I don't think with where we are at in our macro cycle that's a valuable thing for us. Yeah. Because we were like, fuck, man. Like,
you're better off doing it in your warm-up.
Yeah. And because we were like, we're in a deficit and shit. Like, I'm trying to pick movements where I can efficiently load
go to work
the tissue.
Yeah.
And then, maybe later.
Yeah.
But I just put some single leg RDLs in my warm-up.
Yeah. Doing it in the RDL deadlifty machine thing. The fixed one.
So we have one of them and it has a foot thing, but it's still shit. No, you can't I can't hold the dumbbell because it's too much.
So this is like you hold the...
Oh, yeah. It doesn't work for me. I think my arms are too short. And I like tilt forward too much.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not.
It's hilarious because I have to bend my arms.
Yeah. It's not how it works for me. Yeah.
But it's because it pulls you back towards the machine. Because I have quad specific stuff, but nothing really glutey. And I was like,
well, that's pretty glutey.
I'm not really. I'm starting to lose the King Belfie status.
Yeah.
Get some hip thrust in there.
Get some hip thrust in your program, mate.
Maybe. Might be an
Would you hip thrust in your program?
I've done before.
Yeah. I know. I used to just for hip extension. I think I read. So I used to, and then like I just read this post where some dude was like, if you do hip thrusts, like it's gay. Yeah. I was like, oh fuck. But it was like it's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah. Hip extension's actually quite good.
Yeah. And like using the glute drive's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
got my head.
I'm very limited with leg equipment.
They said it's gay too, not me.
Correct.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. Don't come for me.
I'm very limited with leg equipment. So I'm contemplating. It's hard because you train with Adrian during the week legs.
Yeah.
I had contemplated moving my leg day to Friday and training out here.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's like that's the only. Yeah. It's like I can do a Smith machine or that really.
Tell you what, I still haven't used like every piece of leg equipment in the gym. So we went from like swing squat to the squat pro. So we're on the squat pro at the moment. I've been fighting
How do you find it?
I don't mind it. The ramp thing that they put in there, it's not great. Like,
right. Okay.
It needs to go all the way to the front of the plate, and it doesn't.
Right.
So then it turns into this like good morning kind of squat thing, and I'm like, so you have to use lifters. Mm-hmm. And then I was using lifters the whole time, and then the last 2 weeks we just went barefoot. Fuck, way better.
Yeah,
way better.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the last 2 weeks have been good. I've been fighting a little niggle. Like there was one session on the swing squat, so like obviously like peak bulk, and I was moving fucking mountains, and everyone was like, bro, like you're the dude that lifts that much weight on the thing. So I was like, I couldn't let go of that. Yeah. So even when I was dropping weight, I was still trying to maintain the same level. And then like one session before that weekend away that Steph and I spent down at Red Hill, like I pushed it, but I felt this like thing in my knee. And I remember sitting at the winery and I said to Steph, I'm like, oh, I think I've done something to my knee. And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And then it's just like, what I needed to do was just like do 2 weeks of like, you know, peptide therapy and not train. Yeah. But I just couldn't.
Yeah, not right now.
I was like, Adrian's been coming to train. Like we've been having some real good sessions. Like I just couldn't disrupt that momentum. Yeah. And it's just been getting 5% better every week. Yeah. So, I started using some GHKCU. It's this like healing peptide, super peptide, by the way, like skin, hair, everything, right? Yep. Which has been the last 2 weeks, because I've been using the last 2 weeks ramping it up, like fucking super noticeable. But yeah, like on top of that, like haven't been doing leg extensions, like, you know, been trying to drop the load and stuff. So the Squat Pro is still kind of just that last bit at the bottom kind of niggles it. Yep. So then I last week I was like, I'm going to go and use their pendulum squat. So their pendulum squat's like got this like spring. So when you go down, it changes the resistance profile. So, you know, like most pendulum squats, the 2 inches above, like just above the bottom. Yeah,
it's just death.
It's and then you like use all your energy. Yeah. And then, you know, you get to the top and you're like, oh, this feels like nothing. Yeah. So because it's got the spring, it's so smooth from top to bottom, and you don't feel a single thing on your knees. Okay. Nothing.
I've been training with Dad at Mix on a Saturday. Maybe I'll come out here.
You use it. Like I used it, and then I was like, how long are we on this meso for the Squat Pro? Yeah. And then we'll both like, we'll do 3 more weeks. And then like last week, we're like, how long again? I'm like, we'll do 2 more weeks. So I was like, just looking over at the pendulum, like, coming.
I miss you.
Yeah. Like, just did like 1 week. I'm like, oh, yeah, just awesome depth, like really adjustable. I was like, this could just be every week. Yeah. You know, and I still haven't even tried the hack squats yet. Yeah. Yeah. The leg presses are pretty mid, but I find it's hard to get a good leg press.
Yeah. Yes.
Like the best leg press I've used from memory is the Arsenal strength one when we trained in Brisbane at that World Gym where we did the workshop and the photo shoot. Yep. Yeah, that's the best leg press I've used. Yeah. And no one else has one. Like Bayswater Powerhouse have one, but I'm not driving out 90 minutes one way to do a leg session.
There's so much. So the one at Bodybuilders is like the plate's not low enough, so it's just hippie.
Yeah, same the one at Platinum. Even the ones they've got, it's like the angle's not great, and then the plate angle's not like at a good angle to the actual angle of the rails. Yeah. So then you're like, either get 2 inches of range, or you feel it in your lower back. Yeah. And like the seat doesn't recline back far enough. Yeah. I'm like, come on, bus. You know, so.
It should be the piece of equipment that you get right. Like the fact that there's a perfect pendulum squat. That's so complex.
Yeah. Like I don't understand why most leg presses, the seat doesn't heavily recline. Like it should really go right back, because if you think about it, like that's going to be the most influencing factor, because it'll give you movement in the hips. Yeah. Right? Freedom. Yeah. So if you're like opening up your hip extension, or sorry, your hip, then you're going to be able to, kind of put your feet out.
Yeah, and more hip flexions better.
Yeah. So anyway, haven't found one. So not that I'm borrowed, like it's fucking sport for choice.
I think you're doing okay. We there was someone on the pendulum one day, and I used the Squat Pro, and
it's still a hippie squat, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And you got to drive knee, like you got to kind of collapse, like most people when they squat, like they'll go hip back. Yeah. And then
it's got to be very knee forward.
You've got to almost collapse simultaneously, which is like what you should how you should barbell squat, like hip back, knee forward straight away. Yeah. If you don't do that, it can be very arsey. Yeah.
I felt the stability I wanted coming from the pendulum wasn't there. And then I was like, I may as well safety bar squat.
Yeah.
Like that's where I got with it.
We have safety bars, but
those safety bars are terrifying.
Yeah, the pads are real soft though. So I'm like, so you can put like 2 plates aside, and then it'll just kill your shoulders.
Yeah. Just looking at them, I was like,
our ones are the best. The ones we have. Like the pad is like impenetrable. Yeah. Yeah, it's real good. But anyway, see, I've got notes here. It's just this is really funny. So Steph's been at home, so we've had a lot of time together, which has been awesome. I love school holidays. So we've obviously just hung out a heap, and when Steph makes a mistake, it's usually pretty big, because she doesn't fall often, but like when she falls, it falls hard.
Okay.
So she bought this like big loaf of sourdough. She's like, I just felt like some sourdough. I was like, cool. So I had I was like, I'll replace my carbs with this fresh baked sourdough. So I'm eating it, and I was like, oh, it's pretty good. I'm like, it's really fresh, and I'm like, oh, it's not really sour, like the bread. And she's like, what? Sour? And I was like, yeah, like the bread's called sourdough. She goes, no, it's not. Like in absolute disgust to me. Like she's like, no, it's not. And I was like, so I pull my phone out, and I'm like, can you just repeat what you just said in utter disgust?
Yeah.
And then she's just like, sourdough's not called sourdough because it's sour. And then so then I'm filming her, right? I wish I could show you, but she told me I'm not allowed to. She's like, I'm filming her as she's searching it up. And then she's like, as she said, she's like, no. And then she's like, oh, yes, it is. Oh, man. It was like this other time we're talking about, I said something like, oh, would you ever go to Jamaica? And she's like, oh, no, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to go to Africa. And I was like, what? What did you say? Whoops. So I pull my phone out again. I was feeling I have that on because this was like when we were in the other house. And I was like, what did you just say? She goes, Jamaica's in Africa. I was like, bro, no, it's not.
Not quite. Not quite, unfortunately.
Oh, God. Anyway, I should start ripping on her. I mean, she's never going to watch this, so I can if I want
Get
to.
away with it.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm just not piling on in case she does.
That's all right. She's cool. I said to her, I'm like, I'm going to tell everyone. She's like, it's fine. Just don't show the video.
Just accidentally just airdrop it to Tam.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought I could maybe just do the audio, but it's not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I think I'm happily married, so I want to stay that way.
Keep it that way.
Or whatever it is at the moment. Like, I'm happy. It's fine. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
I ain't in the doghouse. Anyway. So what did you think of last weekend, mate?
Last weekend, the show.
Last weekend, yeah. What was your recap from the day, just for yourself, to be honest, and obviously Sandra?
Yeah, so Sandra first was unreal.
Agreed.
It's funny, like you've said in the past, like, I just like getting eyes on them a few weeks out first, just to see kind of what's going on. So when I got there, said g'day and stuff, she stood up, took the gown off to do some posing. I was just like, you are so much bigger than you look in photos. Yeah,
crazy big.
Like, wild.
Crazy
Legs
big.
just, not even close to what I thought they were going to be. And I was kind of like, okay. And same as like what you were saying, just looking around the room, like,
yeah, you do it. You can't help it.
No one else here is this big.
You can't help it. Yeah, you're just like, oh yeah, you're doing great, and it's just like, have a good time, and they're all going to listen to this, but you're always sussing.
Yeah,
you're always sussing. You can't help it. Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. She seemed pretty calm. They obviously got held heaps with the first group
Lots of
taking
waiting.
so long.
It was like half an hour that group. Yeah.
So like, I think she was okay. She was like, I know I'm going to be okay until I get
the first
backstage.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
we
were backstage for half an hour.
That was fucking chaos, though. Like, I've never...
okay.
Like, being in that little space
Yeah.
with that many people and being there for that long, it was fucking wild. Like,
Yeah.
it was like the Matrix, man. You're fucking, like, dodging legs and fucking heads because everyone was like...
Yeah, you don't want to wreck people's tan and shit.
Yeah, and, like, they were just... Everyone's trying to warm up and, you're getting stiff-armed by the coach, like, just, for good measure. Like, hey, bro, you're going to get kicked, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like...
It's hilarious because, when we get to my piece of feedback. But, yeah, she did great. I think posed super, super well, like we expected her to.
Yeah, the presentation was good.
All the boxes that she had control over.
Yeah.
Did really, really good. Obviously, 2 gold, a silver. First time out, it's fucking unreal.
Yeah, definitely in the mix of the overall as well.
Yeah.
Like, just from standing there, it was like top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Just with like positioning.
Yeah.
You can tell like...
the way they stood them.
Put them in the middle. Yeah, whoever's in the middle usually wins, of course.
Yeah.
And then if you're either side, it's your second or third. So that's pretty good.
Unreal.
For your first show.
Yeah.
Being in the mix, which is good.
Personally, it was interesting. So, like you saying it was chaotic in that room.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Compared to a powerlifting warm-up room is like,
Mm.
I don't know, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, it's fair.
Like I just felt the whole day because we didn't really have to chase anything.
Didn't do
The plan
anything.
was the plan.
You don't have to touch anything. You just got to be psychologically there.
Yeah, but even like it's not like we made adjustments like go drink water or eat more or anything like that throughout the day.
Mm.
So it was like, your plan's your plan.
It's because
It was set, ready to go.
someone fucking nailed it. That's
Jason
why.
nailed it. So I felt a little bit weird
Yeah, I get it.
compared to powerlifting because it's like,
Yeah, you can be like, how did this feel? And, I got this or tired or,
yeah. And then like someone goes out for their first squat, you have 10 seconds to make a decision.
Mm.
If your plan jumps the jump,
Yeah.
how did they feel? Give me information. What's their confidence level like walking off the platform? Like you have to read someone like that and then make the call. Whereas like there's just so much pressure on just that, let alone what the way like the warm up room is like.
Mm.
Like you need to know their weights because they are their brain doesn't work.
Yeah.
Pushing people out of the way. Where next? You're next. Like plates and shit everywhere.
Mm.
So it's just a way more intense comp day for powerlifting compared to bodybuilding. That interesting note more than
Yeah.
good or bad.
Yeah, fair. Yep.
But I'm fucking excited for nationals now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Um,
Your girls dominated.
well, we all did,
Yeah.
to be fair. I had Isaac on the Saturday. I can't remember what day is what at the moment. So he, like everyone competed for the first time, which I thought was cool.
Mm.
We had 5 first timers, which is unreal. And 5 first timers who brought real good, like had a real good prep. So if you look at, kind of what happened over the prep and then obviously on the day, got what they wanted out of it. So yeah, Isaac, it was a good day for him, but I felt sorry for him, man. Cause like when you pick your categories, like, and it's your first time, you'll go first season into novice into like whatever age.
Yeah.
And like most of them are young. So it's like you're in back to back to back categories.
Yeah.
So yeah, went out for the first one. There was a bazillion competitors because it's classic physique.
Yeah.
Then he gets put into the first call out. So I was like, let's go, And then the first call out turned into 3. So it's him and 2 others.
Yeah.
So he's like been posed for, 15 minutes, goes out, drops his medal. All right, back out there again, goes out. Same thing, in the mix again, put into the middle, going through your paces over and over again, barely any reprieve. Goes out, drops his medal. Go, all right, you're back out there. And then I remember being like, he's not supposed to be in this category. Like, because it was like over 30s or something. And he made a little mistake on his form, but he told the guys and, it's just whatever, like messages and, communication didn't flow onto the stage list.
Yeah.
So they put him back out. And so, like, Sam and I were like, I was kind of like, he's not supposed to be in that. So I probably should go back and just say so he can go in the category they're supposed to be in. So Sam's like, go do that because he won't.
Yeah.
Like, and then I went out there and he was cooked and I'm like, he's not supposed to be in there. And then they're like, okay, out you go again. So it was like four back to back. And like, he was smoked. You could see it. Like, he posed really well, but like, you can only do so much and then you can see it. You can see that he was struggling, And thankfully, the category that he was in, like, he didn't take a position from someone else. Like, so it was kind of like, okay, they were just like, yeah, well done. Like, you got an extra medal today. Like, so technically he got 4.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So he placed in the...
Yeah. And then they were just like, congratulations. Just like, you can just have that and we'll just pretend this never happened. Yeah. And then he come out, he was smoked. Like, he was just exhausted.
So in like 45 minutes.
He would have posed, like with, 60 seconds break, the whole time. So,
Jesus.
I was like, hey, at least you got your stage time, and you got a bunch of placings and yeah. So, and he was really happy, which is the most important thing. So yeah, that was a great day. Good day out, good showing. And then got real good feedback for the next step, moving to nationals, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yep.
So then the next competitor we had was Pippa. So like this prep was for me seamless, but not for her.
Right.
because of the expectation, like, when you deal with like high achievers, man, like everybody wants to like, just bring the absolute best. So I think like just managing the expectations coming into the week was probably the most challenging thing. I'm just like, we did it. We're here, like go and have a good time and just, and then she was like, all right, so, we'll just get a bit of a feel and we'll get some good feedback. And then we'll like, kind of head down, bum up to nationals. And I'm like, sure. I'm like, you're good, man. Like just what I was seeing, I'm like, you're great. Like, so the hardest part for me for the whole day was like I didn't get to spend a lot of time with each person. Yeah. Because like you really are just calming the nerves. Yeah. So when you have like, because I was like backstage for bikini, and then I just wasn't able to get to the other athlete. So I'm like, I'll see you backstage, because I was just one after the other, or I had to be somewhere or whatever, So I didn't get her to really be like, we're good, just calm, right? And then I remember when she walked out for the first category, I was just like, fucking Jesus! Like as soon as she walked out to do the eye walk, I was just like, and even Jess was like, what the fuck, Jason? I was like, I fucking nailed it. Yeah, like and so she had a really good day as well. Like 2 first placings, a second, which is phenomenal. Yeah, and like a really good day. And I think the cool thing for that was like it was that good of an experience that like we aren't actually doing nationals now. Okay. And she was just like, I got what I needed, out of this, and now I need to restore some balance back to my life and work on some other areas and whatever. Yeah. And she's like, so I'm happy to just, kind of walk away from this. And I was like, that's amazing. Yeah. I was like, I'm so happy that that's what you got out of that. Yeah. Like it was just the day itself was awesome. And then, we had a conversation last week about it, and I kind of felt like she was like kind of making sure it was okay. And I'm like,
with you.
Yeah. I'm like, absolutely fine. Like if anything, like it's made my day to just put you in that position where you had such a positive experience and got such a good outcome.
Everything
and then
you needed from it.
Yeah. You're like, all right, next, like now it's like, let's work on some other things and make some improvements. And, the goal is like 2027, like let's have another dip at this, Yeah. So that was a really, really good experience as well. So then I had Samira. So the thing that puts a smile on my face the most about Samira is like, I killed this woman from a protocol perspective, right? Yeah. And she had the most energy I have ever seen.
The happiest human in the building.
Like leading into the day, just, like obviously really driven and dedicated, which, you can't lose 18 kilos in 7 months and not be driven. Yeah. But just how like bubbly she was. Yeah. And I remember she was like talking to me, she's, and then she's like, I'm like this all the time. And I'm like, it's okay. I know somebody else who's like this all the time. I'm like, you two would get along like a house on fire.
Or not, or you'd hate each other.
Oh yeah, either or. It's like a toss of a coin type thing. But she, because she was so happy and like it was just so wholesome for me. And she had her family there and her kids and all that kind of stuff. And like they just had her whole kind of gang cheering for her. And it's like it was just a really cool moment for me, because I was like looking at it 9 months ago when we did the consult. I was like, a version of me wouldn't have taken that person on. Yeah. And I just think about like how many other coaches are like, oh, I'm not going to do that. You're too far away. And, you haven't got any experience. You haven't stepped in a weight room before. And then it's like to actually prove that can be done. Yeah. Put someone in a position where like they've lost 18 kilos, they had the best day ever, walked home with a few placings, like more importantly, just like, a platform to leverage on into the future. Yeah. She's just like, when are we doing this again? She's like, she said something like, oh, so there's shows in season A, let's do it. And I'm like, let's just,
recover.
You
don't know what I've just done to you.
Yeah. Let's just recover first, and then we'll set some dates. Yeah. So that was cool. That was great. And even like for Pip, I remember like hearing her boys, and they're like, "Go, mum! Like you've got this!" Like, mad. And you could hear like them cheering like their family and stuff. And I was like, "That's fucking cool, man." Yeah. And then like even Samira was just like, I just wanted to show my daughter that if you set a goal and you like work hard, you can achieve it. Like it's just like a lead by example type thing. And I was like, that's fucking unbelievable. So that was cool. It was some wholesome shit. So and I just couldn't believe like just how hard I pushed her. And she was just like, I could have done more. And I was just like, okay, note for next
Next
time.
time, yeah.
But like, honestly, I don't reckon I could have. Like, I literally tapped
Yeah.
out on almost everything with her. It was just kind of cool to see that from one side, and then you got, you know, other people, you put them through the ringer and they're like, fuck, you know, like I'm struggling, which is the differentiation in prep. It's why you can't have this, like, everybody do this same thing, because people respond so differently, right?
Yeah. How do you deal with, I guess early on you would have just set expectations. Like if you would have looked at it and went like, you're probably not going to place, for example.
Yeah.
How do you, because I've just had this conversation twice in the last 3 weeks of like, why?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I want to compete. I'm like, why? And what the outcome is that you want. Because it's like, if you want a medal, we need 18 months.
Yeah.
If you don't, 9 is fine.
Look, you got to be honest, and I've had this conversation during the week with someone. I crushed their feelings a little bit, probably annoyed them a little bit, like in a consult. Yeah. But like they were like, I want to win. I was like, okay, well, what if you're not ready? Like, what if someone with experience that you've come to says you're not ready? Yeah. What would you do? And I could tell that kind of hit a little bit of a nerve. Even just like looking at like the last stage performance and like the condition, I was like, you were nowhere near. Yeah. And I'm like, I mean this respectfully, but like just still a fair way off. Yeah. And I was just like, this is like this group of people with the same body composition as you. So I'm talking height and gender. Yeah. Like they landed here and you were here. Yeah. So I'm like, something doesn't add up there. Yeah. And so, yeah, like I in this game, you have to be 100% transparent with the person. Yeah. Because you don't want to create a problem in the future where you've you've promised something that they can't be delivered. Yeah. And they're frustrated because they're giving it everything they've got, and you know you're frustrated because there's this expectation that's not realistic. Like, yeah, you just got to be super like realistic with them. And like even when they say they're going to win, like even with Kayla, I didn't say a single thing about winning. Yeah, not a single thing. Yeah, it wasn't even on the table. Even we've never talked about winning. Yeah, from the get go. Yeah, it's just like do everything that is asked of you, and put yourself in a position where that can happen. Yeah. You know, like I don't mind the competitiveness. I just think in bodybuilding, the tough thing is just like some monster from somewhere can just decide after 10 to 15 years of working out, I'm going to do my first show and then go in your first season. Yeah. You know, it's like, I'll go in, if I commit to this next show, I'll be a novice in said federation. Yeah. And it's like, you know, got 20 years of training. Yeah. You know, against someone with 3. I mean, someone with 3 probably still has more muscle than I do, but but you know what I mean? Like there can be scenarios where it's just like you just can't control who walks up there. So
it's one of the sports to like hard work pays off. Like it's just the idea is, well, if I just work harder than everyone else,
you have to.
Then I should win, and you're the coach, and you should have the protocol that means I win.
Yeah, the tough part is like you kind of have to have half of that mentality. You can't have all of that. It's just like the reality is like I've got clients that I work twice as hard as they do, and they get twice the amount of results as me in half the work. Yeah, and it's like that's just the unfair genetic advantage they have. But it doesn't take away the behavior. You guys all act the same. Yeah, like it's just that they have an amplification of that work,
and that's really challenging to look someone in the eye and be like, you can do absolutely everything correct for the next 20
and still
weeks
not win. Yeah, and but then the flip side of that is, like I've said in the past, is it's still circumstantial winning. Like it means nothing. Yeah. Like it still is a little bit meaningless in my opinion, because all it takes is for someone not to do a category, someone not to be there on a certain day, someone to get sick, someone to pull out for personal reasons, and they were like physically better than you. And you go up there and have the best day and get your gold medal and all that. And like, granted, like you were there and that's part of it. But it's like, does that change the day? Like if those people come and you get third or you don't place at all, like it's like you're in the best shape of your life. Like you committed to something and actually, you know, went through with it. Like it's a sport. Like, do you only play basketball when you win? Do you only play footy when you win? Like, do you only go to the gym when you PB? Like, exactly. It can't be about that. Like, it can't just be about that. It's a nice thing to do. And I'm a competitive fucking person. Like, I am so competitive. And even through them, I'm competitive. Like, I'm like, well, as soon as they walk out, I'm like scanning everyone. I was like asking the guys backstage whilst they were out there. I'm like, pulling them over. And I'm like, all right, what do I need to do to get them in, you know? Because that's my job. Yeah. But I would never put that expectation on people. To be like, until they've had enough work and built a physique and been in the sport enough, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think
it's time to win now.
I think that's the difference. So I've had 3 competitors maybe that I'm like, this is if you do the work, it's a medal, and it's a medal at nationals.
Yeah,
and that's when the discussion can be about that.
Absolutely.
But before,
need a baseline.
It's like you've got to have the runs on the board. You've got to have shown the work. Like that, we don't know where you're going to land in your first couple of meets. And then when you've done your first couple of meets, we probably already know.
Definitely.
Realistically, where things are going to land.
I know 4 weeks out.
Yeah.
I can tell 4 weeks out. I'm like, this is a high caliber physique. Yeah. In terms of conditioning, symmetry, presentation, because they've done the work for the posing. By then, you've seen the muscle, you see the shape, you know they're going to be conditioned enough to be competitive. You'll know it 4 weeks out, but you won't know before then. How
often would you see someone not be in first call out, come back the following season and place?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not the following season because it depends on the gap.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. So, like in powerlifting, it's pretty rare to be like, oh, you were 8th. And now all of a sudden you're thrown around for the podium.
The consideration would be if it's only conditioning. So if you're in the second call out because you're just not conditioned enough, you have too much body fat.
Yeah, you can change that.
You can make that up in a year because your start point was just too far.
Yeah,
and that's one of the lessons. I'm going to talk about some lessons I have after this, of like what I'm taking out of this prep. Like they just started too far, so you can just start closer next time.
Yeah,
you know, and solve that issue. It depends what issue you have to solve.
Yeah.
If you have to solve like this person needs 5 kilos of muscle, like I don't know if you can solve that in 12 months.
Yeah.
You know, because it's 12 months including another prep.
Months, really.
Yeah, and then even then it's like 2 months recovery. Like you're not putting on any muscle there, or you're putting on minimal amounts that aren't intentional. You know.
Yeah.
So then we get to Kayla. So props off to Kayla because I killed this woman from one show to the other.
Yeah.
Literally, like, and I can't stress that hard enough. Not going to go into specifics on the protocol because I don't want people looking at a specific physique and then going, this is what it takes for everybody to do that. Because that's not necessarily the case. So we got some feedback 4 days out. And I'd already I already knew like I've got to push and deplete her a little bit first. But then on the carb up, I was going to like carb her up like heavily because I felt she was a little bit flat and just didn't have enough fullness in the upper body. So then we got this feedback and they were like, it was really close. This was the most stacked lineup we've ever had. It was the matter of points, not. So I was like, okay. So then, and then they were like, this is what needs to happen for you to improve from this show to the next. So then I was like, okay, this is what needs to happen. So the plan, it was cool. The planets aligned because the plan that I'd already had to Wednesday was exactly what we needed to do anyway.
Yep.
And then I was like, cool, jump on a call. And I'm like, this is what they want. This is the plan we've got. And these are the changes that we should make. And then she was just like, whatever, like, just tell me what you want me to do. And I was like, okay, so this is what I want you to do. And then she's like, okay, I can do that. And then on the day, like when she come out, so actually I'll rewind a little bit. I could tell she was nervous. I knew she was in a good position. I was really confident. I think she had a bit of pressure put on herself because when you've competed the first time, you want the next time to be better.
Yeah.
So I could feel that. I remember like I took her downstage in the intermission because I was like, you just need to get away from all these girls and respectfully, Jackson, I love you, but get away from you as well. Yeah. And just have her be with me and just in her own thoughts. Yeah. And I just remember this little moment we had and I was just like, I know you're like putting a lot of pressure on yourself, but I'm like, I really just need you to go out there and just have a fucking good time. I'm like, if you can sit there and tell me over the last 7 days that you've skipped on something, then you can put pressure on yourself. Yeah. But I'm like, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I said, we're prepared, we're ready to go, let's do it. And then I remember like as she came out, really cool when you know what you're looking for. So when the lights, because like I was like, your tan wasn't dark enough last week. There's just a couple of things, like even presentation wise, like she played around with some stuff with her coach, her posing coach, which was awesome. And when she come out, I was just like blown away.
Yeah.
It was just the hair, the makeup, the fullness, the conditioning, you know, just everything, the color of the tan, the hardness of the muscle. When she come out, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was just perfection. And so then, you know, you're playing the bodybuilding math game. So they all come out. She got first. So then I'm like, okay, who's not doing this division?
Yeah.
So then she came out for the next one. I'm like, okay, so that one, she didn't do the first one. Oh, she got first again. Cool. So I'm like, there's one more now. She does the open. If she wins, she takes it home.
Yeah.
And then in the open, it was just like a combination of, but there was one other girl and then she got first.
Yeah.
So then Jess goes to me, grabs me, and she's like, does that mean? And I'm like, I'm like, if anyone's going to have this taken away from them, it's me. And it's funny, Caleb was like, the girl next to me said congratulations beforehand. And Caleb was like, I still didn't think that I was going to get it.
Yeah.
And then they gave her, then she won the overall and deserved champion, which everyone's a deserved champion in my opinion. I don't think they hand it to somebody who doesn't deserve it. But it was just a really great outcome for a very hard week for somebody.
Yeah.
Which showed, I hope it proved to herself that she's capable of a lot. And it's funny because like what I asked of her to do for those 4 days has now been a similar standard for the last 2 weeks. And she's just eaten it the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just showing someone what
she
they
knows. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's the belief, right? It's a funny thing. It's like you're willing to do really hard stuff when your belief is really high.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I can't remember who I was talking to about it. As you know, the whole like science-based training movement.
Yeah.
The reason why people like that is because the likelihood of them putting their time and effort into something has a body of proof.
Correct.
So I can sit there and be like, we've got all of this stuff here to show you that if you train this way, you'll get this.
Yeah.
But you still don't know.
Correct.
But it's better than the bro who goes, nah, just fucking lift heavy and train hard, bro.
Yeah.
And do that for 5 to 6 days a week. Some guys are like, I don't want to fucking do
for
that.
the next 5 years.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, it's kind of the same. Like,
Yeah.
now she's got her own proof. It's like, this is the hardest thing I ever did, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
So now if I go even harder, like, and I'm not trying to make it hard. I'm trying to make it necessary. So that's, I want to make that very clear. But you can just tell, like, the response.
Yeah.
And then, we're in a fucking great position.
She looks
now.
insane, dude.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, absolutely. So then I want to get through just like the prep for nationals for each athlete, and then I just want to go through these like 5 lessons and we'll wrap it up. So I'll see if I can get that done in the next like 10 or 15. So when we look at the feedback for the guys, everything was really positive. It was basically just down to a little bit of presentation stuff and a tiny bit more conditioning, which when you got multiple shows and you've got a gap between them and stuff, that's always going to be the feedback.
Yeah.
So the thing that I was really happy with was there was no issues with fullness, no issues with being watery, no issues with like the peak itself for the day. So the peaks, and they all had different peaks. We nailed, and that's really promising.
Yep.
You know, and even the feedback from the guys was great as well. Just digestion and all that kind of stuff. So from that side of things, it's good. Everything that we're doing now is based on the feedback we've got from the judges, and it's things that we can control.
Yep.
And it's things that we have total influence on. So leading into next week, we're going to have 3 people who are going to have improved packages unless something really, really ridiculous happens, which is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Which is super exciting. So then I thought about it and I was like, I know the season isn't over, but the reflections I have will still be the same, after next week. So I just wanted to share like 5 lessons that I had from this season, which have carried over from other seasons. I just haven't shared them before. And we'll be interested to know if you've got any. So I believe that trust is the number one thing. There's just something about when a person believes in themselves and they believe in you, what they're willing to do is just unfathomable sometimes.
Yeah.
And you cannot get someone to do what they do in this sport without them just being able to run through a brick wall for you because they trust everything that you say.
Yeah.
there's not being able to make up from third place to an overall win in a week.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen when someone doesn't trust you.
Yeah.
And someone doesn't believe in themselves either. And it's on the coach to show the person the belief that they should have in themselves, because their high achievers just don't have that.
Yeah.
And then it's on you to be able to build a good relationship with that person so they do trust you.
Yeah.
That's your knowledge. It's your ability to explain shit. It's your ability to get results, and it's your ability to communicate with that person. Then the next one is preparation kills panic.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're organized, unwanted anxiety isn't there.
Yeah.
There's enough already. And if you are not prepared with your presentation, if you're not prepared because you don't know what to expect on the day, if you're not prepared because you don't have the right support or whatever, they're controllable variables that should have been taken care of. The next one's give the judges what they asked for. I had this internal tug of war, even just listening to the message at the start. I was just like, nah. Like I listened to it and I was like, nah, like she needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, just they're standing there. They have the scorecard.
Yeah.
Give them what they want.
Yeah.
Right. But I just think like it was just a brief moment that came over me and I was like, no. Imagine the amount of people that just couldn't get over that.
Yeah.
Like they're right.
Yeah.
They're this. They
Fuck
know.
the judges.
They know. What do they know?
Yeah.
Type thing. You know, they're just a person who goes to shows. You know,
Yeah.
well, I'm a seasoned coach. I've got 20 years experience. You know, like whatever it is that they're trying to sell in their own mind to just sit there and be like, especially because I told Kayla like this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And this is what I think. And then to go back on that, like I don't know if every coach would do that.
Yeah.
You know, in fear of like maybe showing like they don't know what they're doing, or just like the ego death that they needed to take that they're not willing to, right? But they need to meet the criteria, man, not your ego.
Yeah.
Like you need to just, you know, if that's what they say, you guys can wholeheartedly say you did everything that was asked of you.
Yeah.
And then the next one's just your starting point dictates your landing point. So like I spoke about, if you can only lose so much in a time frame. Like it's the smaller someone is, the longer it's going to take. So the heavier you are, your landing position is going to be influenced by that. So when you think about a prep in the future, I know a lot of people just consider like just doing the prep with the coach.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no controllable, you can't control the starting point then.
Yeah.
So everybody looks at like Kayla, everyone probably looks at Sandra, everyone's probably looked at, you know, the other guys, Matt, Jackson, whoever, right? And they're just like, oh, you know, awesome prep. And it's like, yeah, because the starting point was good. Yeah, that's it. The starting point was good. Like I guessed the weight, the shoto weight of Kayla for the last two shows.
Yeah.
And we are 700 grams, 600 grams off the weight for the next show.
Yeah.
Like I'm not I can't see into the future.
Yeah. Sandra she hit goal weight the day of.
I know because I've worked with her for 3 years, you know, so I think that there's a lot of value in doing the work beforehand. And like I said, like Kay looked great before prep.
Yeah.
So then it makes the prep easy. But she still lost 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize like how much you can lose, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, the starting weight is super important. And then posing win shows.
Yep.
Posing wins. Not leanness, posing. You know? So you can have the leanest physique, and you're supposed to. And it's on your coach to get you lean and to give you some critique on your presentation, but they can't do the posing for you.
Yeah.
So if you haven't put posing as important as your training, as your dieting, as your recovery, that's going to be the separator when everyone else next to you is lean.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to, when it's tight, they're going to pose you guys until one of you breaks. And that's the reason that you're going to lose a point and someone's going to gain a point.
Yeah.
And it's like, that kind of sucks when you didn't put the work in.
Yeah.
Anything to add? Any lesson that you have that screams out?
I'm glad, like you said, I'm glad that I've said no to the people that I've said no to before now.
Yep.
Whether it was they're competing for the wrong reason, they wanted to do that kind of, well, we'll just do the prep or whatever, just like lacked the idea of competing.
Yep.
I think you need to have a really clear understanding as to why you're doing it.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Have the runs on the board to have done something close.
Yeah.
To then follow through.
Yeah, I agree.
Because again, the protocol for Sandra now.
Yeah.
It's like last year we had the discussion after a photo shoot. I'm like, okay, so you're 10 weeks out. That's what next year looks like. She's like, yep, let's fucking go. And didn't miss a beat for 12 months. Not 18 weeks, 12 months.
Yeah.
So I think that having held that for such a long time and not been... Because like, fuck, man. As a coach, the amount of attention I've got in the last week and a half. Because my athlete...
One person
did really well.
Insane.
And for all the weeks leading up sharing her content, it's pretty tempting not to be like, all right, everyone competes now.
Yeah. Well, they do until you have a fucking awful prep and they pull out because they're not ready.
Correct. Yeah, but you just bury them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then it's your fault.
Agreed. So
No.
I think, from a coaching standpoint, holding steady on that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that choice. And moving forwards, obviously having prepped, like one person's literally just come to me because they've seen Sandra's outcomes. And the two that I have worked with that have flagged competing, both the consults, I'm like, I'm putting this on the line. Like, you need 2 years.
Yeah.
And that one of them actually they both had other coach consults. I don't know what was said, but I hope that my honesty of like, no, you need to do this first. And like you said, the starting point needs to happen first.
Yeah.
Then we can do this.
Yeah. Not confident that that's going to happen.
What's that?
Because you need the work. You're going to tell them you can do it.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
Like, I'm not in a position where that's going to... Like, I'm not taking someone on just because I need the work.
Correct.
I'm taking them on because they're ready. Yeah. Or they're willing. Or just to do what you say.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not our choice, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can't save them all, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that was a nice Inside Sports again. We'll probably go back to a Q&A episode next week and then give you guys some value, give you guys some more value in the future. If this is the first time you're listening, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you're a repeat listener and you haven't, show some love. Hit the follow or subscribe button. Maybe share it out there to other people. Give us some comments as well. Well done to the guys as well. That was probably the best performance we've had at a show to date, which won't be the last.
All the support, all the clients.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
all my
it.
other clients and stuff that have messaged, both Sandra,
the whole
myself,
team.
everyone.
The whole team's been. It's been real good to see everyone get behind everybody. Even like the month before at nationals for the powerlifting and stuff, it's been really awesome to have that community where everyone's kind of backing each other. Even people that don't even know each other, really. It's like absolutely awesome. It's something we're really trying to cultivate. That's it. So head to the website if you want your how to get your best summer body yet and keep it. You can download a free workshop. And it gets literally an inside sports on how we get these amazing results. So you don't have to compete. You don't have to do powerlifting. You can just, train for life and look your absolute best. See you guys for the next episode. And as always, say hello to your dog for me. And we will catch you next time.